What follows is an extended example from the Field Commander Napoleon rulebook, pages 22 and 23. It is the 1796 Italian campaign and covers the first campaign turn. The game has been set up, including the garrison and fortification counters placed in Mantua according to the special rules. With the campaign turn counter advanced, the French move 4 forces into Turin, which holds the second objective. The remainder of the mobile forces and Napoleon move into Savona and take on Piedmont. At Turin, the 29 combat points for the French forces outnumber the 9 combat points for the enemy by more than 3-1. The result is an envelopment which destroys the Italian forces and ends the battle. The Battle of Savona starts with a cannon being drawn for the enemy reserve region thanks to the fog of war result. With no envelopment possible, each side receives 2 battle plans. The French place 3 forces in the approach region and 1 in the reserve region, while all enemy infantry and cavalry arrive in column formation. The French employ sweep inside, which allows them to select a single battle plan each turn. However, the activation roll fails, so it does not activate for this turn. The French instead play the engage battle plan on Garnier's counter, while the enemy's battle plan goes to Deschat's cavalry, a wheel that manages to activate, allowing the cavalry to close 2 regions and then go into line formation. The plan automatically activates and the infantry unit closes 1 region where no French forces are in range, so no battle takes place. 2 more enemy infantry perform default battle plans and advance 1 region, while the cannons execute the cannon battle plan and roll a hit on Garnier's unit, which reduces it. Now the French activates Garnier's engage battle plan and advances into an enemy-occupied region, but fails to shock Deschat and misses with his attack roll. But Deschat is destroyed by Serrier's unit on a fire attack while Macquard advances. No route is possible, so the battle turn marker advances to the fore. A French formation battle plan is placed next to the battle sheet. Enemy units Deschat and Provera get melee and aimed battle plans respectively. Deschat manages to activate his battle plan and advance on Garnier's unit, which destroys him due to shock. And then Deschat manages a single hit on Macquard. Provera fails to activate or hit his target. Brempt and de Vital advance, and the cannon hits Serrier's unit, which flips him to his reduced side. Serrier's advance on Deschat, who is reduced and retreats, while Macquard manages a single hit on de Vital. No route is possible, so the battle turn counter is moved to 3. The sweep in sight manages to activate this turn, and Stengel is the target. He sweeps and manages 4 hits on the enemy, destroying their cannon, de Vital, and Brempt. Stengel returns to the campaign mat. Deschat and Provera fail to activate their battle plans, but Serrier does advance and destroy Deschat thanks to a shock roll. Macquard advances, causing Provera to fail his shock check and retreat by 1 region while being reduced. No route happens, so the battle turn counter is moved to 2. Macquard manages to change formation from line to column and advances, which causes Provera to fail his shock check. This ends the battle with all destroyed enemy forces placed in the reinforcement cup, while destroyed French forces are moved to the side. After the battle, 3 French units from Turin are forced marched to Savona. Macquard is back to full strength, and a French fortification is built in Savona. All remaining enemy forces, which consist of 3 groups, are in Genoa and moved randomly. The first group moves to Lodi, the second to Mantua, and the third heads into Savona, save for 1 force which remains in Genoa. Another battle takes place in Savona with the enemy group. The fog of war check moves a single enemy supply point to the French, but more importantly, the French outnumber the enemy by more than 3-1, so the result is an envelopment which destroys them. With no other battles possible, the enemy resupply step occurs, and the result is that Genoa gets a fortification. Mantua gets a garrison, Milan sees Salice's cavalry, and Klagenfurt has 3 supply points added to the enemy resupply box. Thus ends the first campaign turn. The game will continue until the player meets the requirements for the defeat conditions, victory conditions, or the game runs out of turns.